Okay, in this demo we're going to see how to use the developer tool. There is the JavaScript debugger inside Internet Explorer. We're going to use it to catch some syntax errors of JavaScript. Remember that the debugger only can help us to catch syntax errors, but not the logical errors. Okay, so let's look at a very simple example here. We have three variables, and we have an if statement, and we have a output statement. So very simple to print a simple message based on concatenation of three variables and some literal text. Let's start with a very simple arrow. This is what it looks like in the web pages currently. So let's start with a very simple arrow. For example, if there is the spelling mistake, right? So right, and I'm missing a W, and let me save. Go back to the JavaScript, go back to the web page, and refresh this. Oh, there is a arrow window. It says some error messages, and you can see that pinpoint does not have this method. If you want to use the debugger, say yes, and debugger, you can say this is called the F12 Web Developers Tool. We have a script tab. It actually tell you does not have this property method. Highlights the 9 of the code. And the first arrow is the previous arrow, so you can ignore this one actually. So let me change this and save it. So this arrow should, let me first close this and save this. So there's no arrow now. Refresh. Everything is good. So let's look at the second mistake. If we forget the definition of one of the variables, the tag variable. So save. And then we refresh the page. It will tell me 916 tag is undefined. So let's use the built-in script debugger. And there it is. Tag is undefined, so you got to do something about it. So let's go back, change this. So it's good now. Save. And refresh the page. There it is. If you go back to F12 here, actually, you can see there is no arrow. Let's make another mistake. Very common mistake here. Most of you would probably forget a double quotes, for example. So let me save this one and refresh. At this time, there is no reminder. It just doesn't display anything. So that indicates there's potential error. So let's go to F12. And see what is the error. Okay, it tells us undetermined string constant, unterminated. So which means you should have a closing double quotation mark at the point of here. It actually points to correct the 9 number. Okay, so close this one. Remember to close the debugger every time you finish debugging. So go back and change. Or if you're missing a parenthesis like this, so that's a syntax mistake. Save. Do a refresh. Doesn't display anything. There is the error. Go to F12, script tab. It will tell you expected a closing parenthesis in 917 character 3. Well, it's actually in 916, but this is how it works. If you don't have a semicolon or a missing parenthesis, it actually thinks 17 and 16 are 19. Okay, So good, we got it. So close this one, and we apply the parenthesis and save. Everything's back to normal. The debugger tool for JavaScript is very common. There is one for Chrome, Google Chrome, and there is another one for Firefox. So no matter which browser you are using, you can use this tool to help you to catch some syntax mistake and help you understand whether you are wrong on your programs, because you see sometimes the mistakes, the errors are caught and automatically prompt to you, but sometimes it doesn't display anything, so you have to use the debugger to analyze what's going on with your script. Alright, that's the end of this short demo to help you understand a little bit about the mistakes you will make in your JavaScript, and happy coding!